Hi, I'm Clever Ghoul, but you can call me Nikki. Welcome back to the channel. First of all, happy October! We made it. I, for one, am very excited that we're finally in the Halloween season, even though to me, Halloween is every day. This week, I want to give you a quick and easy upgrade to a Dollar Tree item, the lawn stake. Specifically, this Halloween lawn stake with bats. When I saw these in the store, I thought they were cute, but I also knew that they would be really easy to upgrade and turn into a more realistic looking wrought iron sort of stake. This is such an easy project. It's really just a little bit of sanding and then painting. So with that being said, let's get into it. For materials, you'll need the following. Dollar Tree lawn stakes. I got the bat version, but they also had some with spiders on them. Sandpaper. I used 100 grit. Spray paint in Krylon metallic silver and Krylon hammered black. Krylon satin finish. Optionally, some acrylic paint in metallic silver and a brush and wire cutters. You'll only need these if you're going to cut off the bottom of the stake. Otherwise, ignore this step. Anything that wasn't from Dollar Tree will be linked. And as an affiliate, I do earn a small commission, so thank you. First, I cut off the stake part with wire cutters. I'm not going to put these outside, and so I don't need them. If you do, skip this step. Next, I removed all the chains on the side of the stakes. They pull off really easily. And then I sanded down the stakes with 100 grit sandpaper. Make sure to get all of the sides, but you also don't have to be too meticulous here. This just helps the spray paint adhere a little bit better and adds a little bit of a rough texture to make your final result look a little bit more realistic. From here, I took them outside and primed them with silver spray paint. I did a couple coats on this to make sure that they were really covered. Ideally, in the end product, I want some of that silver to come through, which is why I primed with it. Once that's dry, coat everything with a layer or two of hammered black spray paint, and then leave everything to dry for a couple of hours. Once they were all finished, I sprayed them with satin finish spray from Krylon, just locking in all the spray painting I had just done. The next day, I felt that the stakes looked a little bit flat, so I pulled out some dark silver metallic paint and applied it with a sponge brush. I would dip the brush into the paint, wipe off most of the excess, and then lightly go about sponging or brushing it on. But before it's set, I take a paper towel and just dab away a lot of the excess to leave it very subtle. I just want this to add a little bit to the stake, but not overpower what I've already done. However, if you wanted these to be more dramatic, you could go in with a heavier hand, a lighter silver paint, or even going in with white with a brush along the areas that you want to highlight. That way, at night, in the dark, with lights on, it'll just pop a little bit better. But again, I was going for more of a realistic, subtle look, so I didn't do that. Once these were fully dry, I sealed them one last time with the Krylon spray, which means it's time for the reveal. Here they are. Like I said, I don't have a yard, so instead when I got these, I knew I wanted them to line the front of my fireplace, obviously removing them before I use the fireplace, but it's way too hot for that anyway, so they'll be just fine here. I really love how these turned out. They were definitely cute before, don't get me wrong, but I love that with just a few coats of spray paint, they look way more realistic than they did before. And I think I love them even more because of how easy of a project this was, not to mention the cost. Each set comes with 2 stakes and 2 chains, and each one was $150. I got 3, so in total it was around $5. The most expensive material in this project is the spray paint, which I use to save time and to get that fun hammered finish. However, if you want to really cut costs, I think you could do this with acrylic paint. It just is going to take a lot more coats and patience. Anyway, I'm really happy with how this turned out, and I'm so excited to get the rest of my decor out to really make it Halloween-y in here. Have you started decorating for Halloween? Do you do indoor, outdoor, a mix of both? I'd love to hear, so let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!